Keep the faith when trials get rough.
The cross is power and wisdom of God.
Never give up.
Jesus died on the cross to gift us with salvation.
Keep the faith. Trust in His love.
It is and through the cross that our broken relationship with God is restored.
Keep the faith. God's love is great. His love will never fade. Give the faith, for God is great, with hope and love.
There is this story I read in a book about a man who have neglected God's offer of salvation for him. He is a pious person and believes that no matter what happens, God will always be there to save him. One day, a flood came to their village and people were told to vacate the area as the water started to get into their houses. A boat was sent to rescue them, but this pious man didn't bother. He told the rescuers that he is fine and God will save him. Another boat was sent to rescue people as the floodwater became so dangerous. The pious man, now sitting by the window of his house, told the rescuers that he is fine and God will save him. The flood got worse and the flood water reached the roof of the houses. And for the third time, the rescuers came to the house of the pious man. They found him on the rooftop. The rescuers shouted at him to come down, for they will bring him to a safer place. But the pious man said that he is fine and that God will come to save him. In the end, the pious man got drowned. When he reached heaven, the first thing that he did was to complain. God, why did you not save me? I waited for you the entire day, but you did not come. God said, I sent you 3 boats to save you, but you refused it. My dear friends, this third Sunday of Lent, God offers us the gift of salvation. He has come to rescue us from the bondage of sin. Yet, a relationship must be established in order for us to be truly saved. In the first reading, God delivered His 10 commandments for people to live their lives well. Faithfulness to the 10 commandments assured people of their salvation. Disobedience shall lead them to sin and death, to no salvation. The 10 commandments were not simply laws to be followed. They signify a love relationship between God and His people. It is a checklist whether the relationship is still up or broken. Outside the God-given laws, salvation is remote. Relationship to God must be genuine. Jesus could easily notice hypocrisy of a relationship in an outward sign, in the way the people live their lives and the practice of their faith. In the Gospel reading, Jesus gets angry at people who have made the temple area became the place of thieves and money-making. The temple is supposed to be the place of praying, of renewing and nourishing one's relationship with God. What is happening in the temple area shows how shallow the relationships of the money-makers are with God. Our church is reminded by this text not to make our church become a place for money-making purposes, but become a venue for people to take shelter and be comforted. It must become like a boat that can transport everyone. no exclusion, to a place where people can feel safe and peaceful. When Jesus reaches the final hour of his life, he fully shows his genuine relationship with God the Father by willingly offering his body and blood and accepts his death on the cross. He does this to fulfill God's plan of salvation for all. The death of Christ on the cross, proclaimed by Paul, is a stumbling block to the Jews and foolishness to Gentiles. Christians see this differently because the cross is power and wisdom of God. The Mass reminds us always of this power and wisdom of the cross. It reminds us always that Jesus died on the cross to gift us with salvation. It is and through the cross that our broken relationship with God is restored.
Keep the faith. God's love is great. His love will never fade.
Thank you so much. I'll catch you again next weekend. Mahal kayo ng Diyos.